Pokemon booster boxes are weird, and I want to show you why. So if you're a sealed Pokemon collector or investor, you know very well that the condition of a product matters a lot. So for this case, for a booster box, you want to see the condition of the actual booster box itself and also the plastic seal that is on the booster box, because booster boxes do come with a plastic seal on the outside. Not all products are like that, but products that have these plastic seals include like booster boxes, booster bundles, elite trainer boxes, like ultra premium collection boxes. All those have plastic wrapping around them. So people are going to be looking at the seals to make sure that the seal is nice and tight against the box and that there's also no tears and rips. And then just for the condition of the box itself, people are going to be making sure that there isn't no major damage to the box. Like you can see, this box has a little bit of damage, like a little dent here, but it isn't too bad. It happens during shipping sometimes. It is what it is. But people go as far as to spend more money to make sure that they get a product that is going to be in good condition. For example, the Pokemon Center in the US right now, there's Silver Tempest booster boxes in stock that you can readily buy there. The price for those booster boxes are $143. Now, if you go see the market price for these boxes on eBay TCG Player, you will come to see that these Silver Tempest booster boxes are actually selling for around $155 to $165 in that range, but people are willing to spend $10 more, $20 more to make sure that they get a product that comes in good condition, because the Pokemon Center isn't very, known to be good at packaging stuff. So some people are actually scared to buy from the Pokemon Center. So they're willing to spend a little bit more money to buy from somewhere else where they can see the actual product and know that the person is probably going to package it better than the Pokemon Center. But why are Pokemon booster boxes weird? Well, I've noticed out of all the different Pokemon products out there, booster boxes tend to have the most variance in packaging and kind of just how they're sealed and the condition they come in straight from the factory. So I'm going to show you all the examples of all these different booster boxes that all have the little quirks to them that are a little bit different than the others. And these are all factory sealed. I haven't touched any of these. But first, I want to show you a perfectly good booster box. So this Fusion Strike booster box is a perfect example of like a case fresh booster box. And what I mean by case fresh is that it came straight out of a sealed case. So you can see with this booster box here, it is nice and tight. You look at all the seals, they're all very nice. And you can see the front looks really good. The top, there's no damage. It's not pushed down because there's like perforations here. They can sometimes come down, but this one is a perfect example of a booster box that is just very fresh, and pretty much any sealed collector would really like having a booster box, or just any sort of product that is in this great of shape. Especially down the road when people buy expensive products, they want to have a product that they can put on their shelf or something that looks nice, and this is a perfect example of that. But just looking at this box, let's go over to these other boxes here that aren't so perfect or just have their little quirks to them, and this is straight from the factory. So let's start with this Astral Radiance booster box. So besides the damage here, I did buy this one loose off of eBay, and you can see the top is kind of like pushed in here. This stuff isn't a major deal, but later down the road, some people might avoid buying a product like this if they're going to keep it sealed, just because it is a little bit damaged. But once products and stuff get expensive enough, this is just minor things. But the quirk about this booster box specifically is if you turn it to this side, you can see, look at this. There is a little tail here from the booster box seal, because just the machine, I guess, didn't fully like cut it off here, because you can see, I'll bring the Fusion Strike booster box back here. You can see that, there's no like really big tail. There's like a small little thing here. But for this one, there's this huge long tail. And this is straight from the factory. So obviously there's nothing wrong with it, but it just, not everything is perfect. So it is possible sometimes you get some boxes where there's a big little tail here. There's also some extreme cases where, it's a huge, but this one isn't too bad, but it's just a little quirk to this booster box here. But going on to the next one, let's check out this Silver Tempest booster box. Now, what is weird about this Silver Tempest booster box? Now, this one was purchased straight from the Pokemon Center website, but it's not even, this came in bad condition because it was from there, but the seal on this booster box is very weird. First of all, the seal feels on the back very weird, and you're gonna see what I mean. So first of all, you can look, looks perfectly fine. There's a little bit more like weird, like heat, like kind of heat damage here to the seal, but that doesn't really matter. But when you look at the back here, look at this seal. You can see how loose this seal is. You can check and look at this Fusion Strike one, which was the perfect example. Look at the difference. And mind you, I said, this is all from the factory. I did not touch any of this. This came like this, where it's super loose. And, in the future, someone might be worried, maybe this is tampered with or whatever, but this came straight from the Pokemon Center website. So it is possible that, if you're buying a booster box and it has a seal that looks loose like this, it doesn't mean it's tampered with. Like, it just sometimes happens where they don't fully seal this. You can still check all the seals and stuff to make sure that, in the future, if you buy a product that looks like this, just to make sure that it's not tampered with. But yeah, it is kind of weird to see that this is so loose, but it happens. So put that one to the side here. Next, Twilight Masquerade. So this booster box, straight from a case. There's nothing wrong with it if you look, but if you noticed, look at this, there's Pokeballs going down, which is really weird, because if you look at basically any of these booster boxes that I've shown you, all the Pokeballs are going kind of the same way, but these are going down. So for example, just putting it next to this one, you can see there's two Pokeballs just going all in the same direction, but this one you can see this one's going down, and I think it just has to do with the wrapping maybe they use. You can see they're going downwards, but every single other booster box I've shown you, that is not the case. You can see the booster boxes all go towards the same direction, but this one was kind of weird where literally all the booster boxes from the case I have are all like this, where they're just going downwards. It looks kind of strange because I've never had a booster box seal that looks like this, but this is just how it happened, and it's perfectly fine. It's just kind of weird to see in the front here that they're going the opposite direction, but it is what it is. Then the last booster box I want to show you is this one. Now, if you look at this one, there's really nothing wrong with it. The seals are all good, but you can see the top here, it's pushed down. Now, I showed you, this other booster box here, this Astral Radiance one, where it was also pushed down, but this one I bought loose. Now, the difference with this Lost Origin one, though, this is from a sealed case. I opened the sealed case, and the box was already sort of damaged. And mind you, this is from a sealed case. It has never been touched with. I'm the first person to open up the case, yet the booster box still came kind of not really damaged, but it got pressed in, which is kind of weird how it happened. But you can see this is very common. I have a good amount of these booster boxes where this has happened, but basically they get pushed down, like the perforation here, it gets pushed down and it kind of creates this crease, and you can't really push it back up for the most part because it's like creased here. And this is straight from a case. So it is possible, if you have sealed cases out there, if you're watching this video, it is possible that if you ever open one of your sealed cases, some booster boxes might be like this. And it's kind of surprising because you would expect it to be perfectly, in good shape. But sometimes they do come, a little bit damaged, but this is not really a big deal in the long run. But yeah, I just wanted to show you all these different booster boxes and how they all just come in different conditions from the factory and just have all these different weird seals and quirks to them. And this is just to show you that Pokemon, they're not super consistent all the time. There's going to be little differences with the boxes, with the seals and stuff. So if you see a little variance with, some booster boxes you have or you're going to buy, it doesn't mean that they're illegitimate. It's just, this is not a perfect thing they do. Seals come in different shapes, and sometimes they come in good condition, bad condition. It all just varies. So I just wanted to show you guys all these different, booster boxes here. They have a bunch of different random stuff to them. So that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.